What's up everyone, Crito here, and I want to talk about hard mode intercepts. I've been doing a lot of these in public groups lately, and there's a lot of people struggling still with these, so I want to go over a couple of tips and tricks that really helped me be able to do these. Maybe they'll be able to help you. These are not going to be tips for individual hard mode intercepts, but something that you can do for everything, and it's mostly going to be going over the weak points and kind of how those work. But the first tip that I want to talk about is get more HP. There's too many people that I see that are trying to build for maximum damage, and they're not going for maximum HP or just going for really any HP at all, and they're usually on the ground. So it doesn't really benefit everyone. It doesn't matter how much damage you could possibly do. If you're laying on the ground, you're doing 0 damage. So it's kind of pointless if you can do a ton. As you see here, this is my bossing character, and I have almost 15,000 HP on her. I don't think you need that much, but have at least 5 to 10,000. More is always better. The reason I have that much is because I do have HP on several of my pieces here. So we have HP on these two pieces here, and then we have HP on the auxiliary power piece, and then over here I do have the HP modifiers. Make sure you get at least one of these. So I have the HP increase for my mod, and then I have another stem accelerant for my mod, so that gives me 452% increased HP. Very beneficial, very helpful if you're going to be doing any hard mode bosses on public. Please have HP. Don't just go in there completely glass cannon, even though it is fun to have those big numbers. So that's the first thing I want to talk about. The second thing I want to talk about is use the Assieve. So a lot of people, I still don't think, realize that you can hit tab to use the Assieve. That's what creates and causes that purple line to appear. It also shows you where all of the weak points are on a boss. So the weak points will be blue highlighted areas, and those are the weak points that you want to shoot for, and you're trying to turn those gold. And we're going to go over why you're trying to do that while looking at some footage from various things. Okay, the first thing that I want to talk about is if you hit a boss anywhere in the first second that it spawns, you will not build any rage. As you can see right here, underneath the health bar, there was no rage gain, and then you see the dot ticking a little bit, so you see a little bit of rage gain after that. The next thing I want to talk about is if you hit weak spots, you gain the same amount or approximately the same amount of rage as if you hit non-weak spots. So here I was just showing you where you hit a weak spot, it did a bunch of damage, and it gave a ton of rage. And then here I'm hitting a bunch of non-weak spots and gaining a little bit of rage each time. But ultimately, when you get to the end of this, it shows that you gain approximately the same amount of rage per damage done and not per hit. You might be gaining a little bit more rage from individual hits, but it doesn't seem to be that big of a deal. So all these people that are saying a ton of little hits is making a huge difference, I don't necessarily think it is. I think it might be making a small difference, but overall the amount of rage built up is based on damage done. Next, you can quickly get any enemy or any boss out of a rage by simply breaking those parts that appear after they go into a rage. So you see here on Dead Bride, she has these two cylinders that appear. If you destroy both of those cylinders, her rage will just end immediately. She won't even put the bubble down. If she already has a bubble down, the bubble will stay until it goes off. Same thing happens here on Pyromaniac. If you, on the cylinder on his back, if you hit it and break it, it will also end his rage immediately, and you can start doing damage to him again. The next thing I want to talk about is when you turn a weak point gold, you can grapple onto it, and you can hold on to this for 2 full cycles. A cycle is how they shake when they're trying to shake you off, basically. And if you hold down your right click or hold down your right trigger, you will be able to stay on, and then between the 2 shakes, you could punch it if you want to. If it has little health, you want to wait till the very end, and then break the piece after the second shake, and then the enemy will drop down, and you can do a bunch of damage to him. You will notice that while you are grappled on or while it's on the ground, you do not gain any rage whatsoever. So you want to do as much damage as you possibly can at this point. Another great use of the grapple is if you have a couple of your allies down, you can use this time to get them back up, as the boss is not doing any damage or targeting you directly. So it's easy to grab your allies back up so you can finish off the boss. So basically, to sum up what we've talked about is you want to make sure you're using those grapple points to stop the boss from doing damage and stop the boss from gaining rage while you are doing damage. So save all of your big damage abilities for when the boss is being grappled or when they're on the ground. These Lepics that keep going in and immediately using their ultimate ability, all it's doing is making the boss enrage almost immediately. It is chunking down their health quite a bit, but it makes them enrage and then go invulnerable. And if we can just build up the rage a little bit, get one of those gold spots, grab onto it, and then Lepic goes crazy while we're holding onto it and the boss is down, we could probably defeat most of these bosses without ever having to go into an invulnerable phase. Anyway, hopefully you like this video. If it helped you out, please like, subscribe, follow, all that kind of stuff. Come on over to Twitch where we do stream daily, and let me know what kind of builds you're looking for. We are doing a lot of builds right now. I have every single weapon unlocked, every single character unlocked, and we are just kind of messing around with making different types of builds. So if you have something that you want to try, but you don't have the resources to do it, come on over, let me know, and we will try to make those, and maybe I will feature one as a video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!